9 lie detector tests. People don't know that. 9 separate. 7 from the chairman of the Polygraph Association. 1 for each of the serious accusations. 1 for the, when someone said, for instance, I was violent. One person said that. I've never been violent. Took that. 1 for I apologized. I never apologized about assaulting anyone. But if 2 people say it, because one said it and me too, and the second person said it, then I took a test for it. 3 hours per test by 2 polygraph examiners. One that I've never done this to anyone and one I've never done to each individual. Some people say that they're not accurate, but if they're 94% accurate, I did 9 of them. It's pretty clear that I don't believe it. I even asked well, what if I believe it, but it's not true? He said, your subconscious will get you. I said, I don't know how true that is, but that's what was told to me by the chairman of the Polygraph Association. He was filmed, by the way, talking about this, so there's footage available. No one in the mainstream would cover that.
Why do you think that is?
There's a narrative.
Which is what?
That we don't want to go backwards. We want to believe women. But women and celebrities may be in some cases a little different. But we don't want to not believe women. We have to believe women. We have to give them the benefit of the doubt, but we can't demonize people without proof either. Twitter cannot make a decision. I've never spoken to a policeman. I've never spoken to a judge about anything. So who's the judge and the jury here? Maybe you haven't lived in the real world. It's gray. No one's intentionally hurt anybody. It's a big difference. No one's pushed anybody, and being pushy is different from pushing someone. It's very gray.
Rape is a strong allegation in some of these stories, or that you pinned women down. I mean, like bad stuff, either happened or it didn't, right?
Yeah, it's a serious word, but I think they've changed the meaning.
How so?
Because I've never been violent to anybody. The rape is a violent crime. So it is a very serious. Somebody jumps out of bushes and rapes somebody. It's different, I think. So it's a different kind of recollection. I mean, so I don't think anybody's saying it was violent. Of course, I've been insensitive, but certainly I've never been forceful in any of my relationships. All of what I've had has been consensual. I took 9 lie detector tests. People don't know that. 9 separate. 7 from the chairman of the Polygraph Association. 1 for each of the serious accusations. 1 for when someone said, for instance, I was violent. One person said that. I've never been violent.
So yeah, man. As you guys don't know, over the years, I think I could demonstrate to like 1991, I believe. There's been allegation of him with with assaulting women and everything. And so as you can see, when you, especially for a man, when you in that type of cases, as we saw with Diddy, once you in there with some type of sexual assault or anything, I'm sorry, guys. That court, like I said, they just believe, all men, like I said, all men, if you're in that hit with that assault, they just say, hey, you're guilty, especially the court public opinion, because court public opinion is hell. Especially if like a man like, Russell Simmons, thinking he said he passed, all the polygraph tests, meaning it's true, but still, there's still some people believe that he did it. So it shows you how, our society is. When somebody's convicted of something, you already guilty. Even if you pass, the lie detector test, you still might be still guilty. And that's how Russell Simmons was saying. I'm gonna pass with you guys. Start with you, Ronnie. What's your take about Russell Simmons said how he passed, lie detector test, but a lot of people feel like he's still guilty what he did with the allegations.
Now, when it comes to that, now, excuse me. Now, when it comes to the aspect of Russell Simmons, I'm gonna be like pretty much clear. Now, for him to do 9 polygraphic tests and to pass it at 94%, that's really damn good. The man is innocent.
Yeah.
Now, I know people say there's way for you to beat the test because it's based on your heart rate. Don't get me wrong. Russell is known for being a very, like you can see, a very calm, relaxed guy. Cause I think he's a Buddhist. If I'm not, I think he's a Buddhist or Hindu, one of them. And one thing about them, they teach you how to be. They teach you about the power of breathing and also the power of meditation and how to relax your body and relax your heartbeat. So that's probably why he probably beat the test. But in all honesty, I think he's pretty much a really honest guy, and I think he's telling the truth. Now, right now, I can't. Where is he located now? He's somewhere in India, I think. You say
Bali.
he's in Bali, and you can
But
see that this thing is still hunting him over there in Bali to this day. After him doing the test, after him clearing his name, and why I say something that was very powerful. He said if he had failed, this would have made national news. So that means they knew he passed the test. They knew the man is clear. But because we live in a digital age with social media, you have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube. They spin all these false allegations against him, and that's what's probably haunting him because he said, "Hey, at the end of the day, it's not true because I did what I needed to do, the probable causes to get my name cleared." So they know the truth, but yet they still want to use this quote unquote that I grade somebody, which is not true. And to me, I think P. Diddy need to do the same thing Russell did. Go ahead, do the test, clear your name, get out of the spotlight, because if not, this is gonna pretty much haunt you to pretty much forever. Go ahead, King.
definitely. Adrian Nicole said, "Drama and lies will always be louder than the truth. Unfortunately,
Preach.
with many cases, we may never know who really is telling the truth." Nicole,
Drop the Marco.
you are so spot on. And mind you, she worded it in a way where she's not trying to be discount what the women are going through,
Mm-hmm.
also not trying to overlook what the men are going through. It's just a perfectly crafted statement,
She stole it from the Cowboys.
basically. But let's look at it from a point. We're in an age where we hear of allegations, people get shot down, and they're gone. Businesses are lost. Not forgetting these people got kids, and these people got family members. These people got associates, and when an allegation gets going, it's over. Let's take Chingy for an example. Sydney Starr made up a lie, actively lied on air, and then went back and confirmed that, yeah, I was just playing. Messed up the man's career. Nobody wanted to work with him. Still to this day, nobody wanted to do it. They know it's a lie, and they don't want nothing to do with Chingy. So there's a lot of guys who have been accused of something and can't be exonerated. I've known people who's been accused and had to move out of town. Never went to court, never with this. They was judged by public opinion. Now, Puffy, on the other example, compared to Russell has no evidence against him. We've never known him for this. And here's the thing. People have came and spoke up for his thing and say, man, Russell's not that kind of guy. He's soaking wet $120. Who's he muscling? Puffy, on the other hand, if y'all go read the Cassie document, I read it. There were detailed statements, detailed occasions. She had gathered up information. You can't just file a civil lawsuit without having evidence. This is the reason why there's no civil lawsuit against Russell. All you hear is just accusation. Puffy has 2, 3, and listen here. The third victim of Puffy put it up a picture of her sitting on his lap while she was 17.
Yep.
Nobody has come to his defense. And nobody, he said extradition. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't mean, John Smith, what does extradition laws embody? You're right, but here's the funny thing a lot of people don't know. Russell has been back and forth from the U.S. on vacation. Where is he running? Listen, if the U.S. want to get you, they'll come get you. Let's just get this straight. No matter where you at. It's 2023. Some places extradition, they're getting you, fam. Even in Mexico. They don't round up a couple people in Mexico. They're not playing. So I don't think he's running. I think that these accusations do outcast people. And a lot of these women need to understand, like, if you're going to go through this and we're going to support you, please let this be 100% accurate, baby. Because when you do this, you're gonna start now. You're gonna have men resent you. We're not trying to not believe what women say. We do know there's perpetrators out here, but the problem is there's guys who are being accused, and when we look at the facts, it's like
But I can't. I got to give you a little bit of pushback. Just because a woman sat on his lap doesn't mean he did anything.
that is true. You're
That
100%.
was saying false allegation. That was saying I think P Diddy needs to do the test like Russell did. Go ahead, Joe.
I was saying that's why when the picture came out, Diddy, I did a short Diddy coming out, putting on Instagram speaking about, hey, I'm tired of y'all trying to get this money grab, and I'm going to fight this and make sure to prove my innocence and everything, because that when that picture came out, it could be true, but the thing is, it's not enough evidence. Maybe it is trying to money grab. But the thing is, because with these accusations, especially some celebrities, it could get so bad that, you know, with some celebrities, like they don't want to live in America no more. They got to live somewhere, right? You think, Russell Simmons in Bali. I don't think he's going to stay in Bali. I don't think he's going to come back to America because the allegations he's been having from the past couple of decades, he don't, like I say, it's just unlikely. Like, I mean, he'll go, to America, maybe see his kids and everything. But other than that, I don't think he want to live in America no more. I'm gonna say, remember our great late great Michael Jackson? Well, he was accused of allegations at the time. It started in early 90s and everything, and
Ooh.
he had he had Johnny Cochran as a lawyer, and then Johnny Cochran said, "Hey man, you gotta pay this, you gotta pay him out, even though it might feather a little bit, you probably have to pay him off," and that's what Michael Jackson did. And then back in the early 2003, it was I remember he did a documentary with this one guy, and they did a full documentary on Michael Jackson. Went to his Neverland ranch and everything, traveled to Michael and everything. Come to find out, it was evidence of trying to get Michael Jackson. They try to charge Michael Jackson again, and then they charged him. He had to go back to court. Found out he was innocent. It got so bad he had to move out of the country. We ain't heard from Michael for the last couple of years.
That is true. Michael ain't no panic. Michael has never been there. He's just a space cadet.
Right. And remember,
but allegedly they say he had little boys sleeping in his bed, supposedly.
But
that's his issue.
And the thing is, it's like once he passed, I think it was a couple years later, one of the first accusers back in the 90s that he had to pay out. The accuser said, "Hey, Michael, they do nothing." He said, "I'm tired of living this lie."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's fact. Yeah,
I'm tired of living this lie. This never happens to me. Now one of the dancers, trying to come out. And Michael been passed since 2009. There's another accuser that I guess he was a backup dancer for Michael or something like that, trying to get money and said Michael touched me when I was little. This man been dead since 2009. They still trying to go Michael's insane and get Michael's money.
Look at Why High's comment from the Chaos chat. Chat Chaos. Look what he said. He said, the media have all the evidence on Don Giddy, but silencing not to piss off the Australian media.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, we pick and choose who we want who we want to vilify, and that's the biggest issue here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And this is why there's a witch hunt going on, and this is why it makes men, even me, scared to approach women, to come close to women, and to even try to say hello. And some people might think I'm a little bit standoffish. I'm just trying to protect. Would say, did you touch me?
But Hakeem, it's going to happen because remember, as this platform grows and we start getting more notoriety, we're going to have to be more careful.
Oh no,
we talk to.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, and a lot of people might not like this. If you come work here, your boyfriend or your daddy got to come in the studio with you every time.
Yeah, because like I said, look what happened to Marcellus Raleigh, the former NFL player. He's in accusations and charge. Jamie Foxx, we talked about too. Yeah. The mayor from New York City, he's being charged too. So we're seeing in what we're seeing right now, the stage of we're seeing right now, a lot of these, these men are getting charged, especially within New York. Most of these charges go in New York because there's some statute of limitation. We're seeing a upbringing of a lot of men who has money, or who's in politician, or who's celebrities. They're getting charged for for these allegations. And while we seen that as men, now we're reshaping the world of how we deal with these new age of women, and going into 2024. Because a lot of women we might work with or anything, or we might talk to or kickle. It's a lot of stuff we're gonna stop doing. If you don't have your brother, how can you say your brother, your father, your boyfriend, whatever? And we might think y'all try to get us, try to put us in jail, try to convict us, criminal charges or civil charges.
And this is why. And this is why we try to advise men, and even for us, if we have to deal with women being in the media, we're gonna hire women that you strictly talk to and deal with. That's how scary it is for us. And a lot of people say, if you don't do nothing wrong, we this, but we look at the media, everybody this. So now that put the fear mongering has gotten to a point where average men are just scared to just do anything. Nah, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta protect yourself, man, out here, because look, now you got mayors, politicians, CEOs, regular folks are now being indicted because of this situation of sexual assault.
Oh, man,
Anybody can say anything now. Women can say anything. He's harassing me. You got to be very careful. You got to be very careful out here. Now, I don't play around with stuff like that. I really don't.
Me either. And me either. And listen, if you accuse me and we get cleared, we got beef. Your whole family ain't gonna be able to sleep. You make sure my kids don't eat, knowing you playing around, you trying to get a bag. I'm not stopping until I'm getting you, because you don't